A letter to the one I want to marry must begin with truth, for love without truth is like a rose without fragrance. My dearest, before the world knew of my feelings, before my name echoed in the halls of poetry, you were already present in my thoughts. You are not merely a dream I wish to chase, you are the embodiment of every prayer I whispered to the heavens when I asked for a companion whose soul would complete mine. I do not write these words lightly, for a man like me carries the weight of kingdoms on his shoulders, yet today I write not as a ruler, but as a lover who longs for his queen. When I think of the one I want to marry, I do not think of crowns or thrones, nor of jewels or riches. I think of quiet mornings where your smile is the first light I see, of nights where your voice becomes the song that calms my restless mind. I think of the simplicity of holding your hand in silence and knowing that the entire world exists in that single touch. The one I want to marry is not the woman who impresses the world, but the one who impresses my soul with her loyalty, her compassion, and her unshakable love. Do you know, my beloved, that I have spent countless nights writing verses with you as my inspiration? The world calls me a poet, but what they do not know is that every poem I write is simply a reflection of you. The one I want to marry is not an idea, it is you, the woman whose presence has already transformed my life into a masterpiece. I do not seek perfection in you, for perfection is lifeless, but in your flaws, your uniqueness, and your heart, I see the kind of beauty that eternity itself bows before. I want to marry the woman who can walk beside me when the world grows dark, who can remind me that even the strongest men need the shelter of love. I do not need someone to live in my shadow, nor someone to chase after my crown. I need someone who can be the light when I falter, the voice of reason when I lose my way, the heartbeat that keeps me alive when the noise of the world grows too heavy. That woman, my beloved, is you. When I picture our life together, I see not extravagance, but a love built on small, sacred moments. I see laughter shared in private, promises whispered under the stars, tears wiped away by gentle hands, and triumphs celebrated together. I see us raising not only children, but dreams, values, and legacies that will outlive us. I see you not only as my wife but as my partner in everything, my confidant, my muse, my eternal friend. The one I want to marry is the woman whose love cannot be shaken by rumors, by trials, or by distance. For what is marriage if not a vow to protect love when the world seeks to test it? I want a love that is fearless, a love that will not crumble when the winds of hardship blow. I want to marry the woman who believes in us, even when I stumble, who holds me tighter when the world tries to pull me apart. My love, this letter is not only a confession but also a promise. I promise that if destiny allows me to marry you, I will cherish you not as a possession but as a blessing. I will not only be your husband, but also your protector, your supporter, and your admirer. I will write for you, fight for you, and live for you. I will not ask you to be less than who you are, for it is in your truest self that I fell in love. Do not mistake my longing as weakness. I am a man of strength, known for my resilience, yet I confess with no shame that without you, my strength feels incomplete. For what use is power if it cannot be shared with the one who holds my heart? What use is a throne if the seat beside me remains empty? My beloved, you are the crown I long to wear, the jewel I want to guard, the prayer I want to answer every single day. I am not blinded by fantasy. I know marriage is not built only on passion, but on patience, sacrifice, and trust. That is why I write this letter, not to promise you a life without storms, but to promise you that in every storm, I will be the anchor that holds you steady. The one I want to marry is not just the woman I adore, but the woman I respect, the woman I am willing to stand beside no matter what tomorrow brings. You are the dream that walked into my reality, the poetry that filled my silence, the love that gave my soul meaning. The one I want to marry is not a stranger I must still search for. She is you, the woman I already see when I close my eyes. This letter is not a proposal, nor a demand. It is simply my heart laid bare before you, so that you know the depth of what you mean to me. If fate is kind, one day the world will witness us together, not as two hearts longing, but as two souls united. They will see in us not just a marriage, but a love story written by destiny itself. And though the world may admire us, only we will truly know the depth of what it means to walk hand in hand, heart in heart, until eternity calls us home. So read these words not as poetry, but as truth. I do not write to impress you, but to let you feel the sincerity of my heart. The one I want to marry is not a dream, not an illusion. It is you, my love, my chosen one, the queen of my soul. And until the day comes when I can speak these words before you, I will carry this letter as a vow etched into my very being. Let this be the first page of the story we will write together. A story not of thrones and palaces, but of love so real that it becomes our kingdom, our sanctuary, our eternity. For you are the one I want to marry, and with you, my beloved, forever will finally feel like enough. As I continue this letter, my love, I want you to know that my words are not fleeting. They are etched into the very core of who I am. You are not just a thought that passes like a shadow. You are the eternal flame that lights my soul. When I say you are the one I want to marry, it is not a passing desire, but a destiny I feel written long before I ever knew your face. Even the stars seem to whisper your name when I look up to the heavens, as if the universe itself has conspired to bring you to me. I imagine the day I will finally take your hand before the world and call you mine. It will not only be a wedding, it will be the fulfillment of every silent wish I have carried within me. The moment your eyes meet mine as we make our vows, everything I endured, every trial and every storm, will suddenly make sense. It was all leading me to you, my beloved, the one who was chosen to complete my journey. You are more than a bride in my dreams. You are the woman who carries my heart in her hands. When I envision our future, I see you walking beside me not as a decoration to my life, but as the very heartbeat of it. I see us creating a world of our own, a sanctuary of love where laughter is our language, and respect is our foundation. I want a marriage with you that is not about appearances, but about the sacredness of two souls who truly belong to one another.